Hey everyone, it's Tuesday at the Hack and Pack Shop. Oh, wait a minute. There for a minute I thought it was running Pisser's channel with all this body filler going on here. But anyway, we ended up just skim coating this whole, well, not the whole thing, but a little bit up through here because there is a seam that runs all the way up where I butt welded this quarter panel on, just about halfway between the peak of the seam goes like right there all the way down. And when I did this, didn't know what I was doing too much and butt welded it too fast, and it had some warpage in that seam. So we're probably going to end up skimming that all the way down. We did skim a little bit right in here earlier a few nights ago. So anyway, we're doing that. This reproduction deck lid had a funky low spot up here where it sort of the sheet metal on top sort of sunk into the inner structure of the trunk lid underneath. So just a super thin skim coat on that. And over here on this side, we started just doing a little bit of light block. And this primer, this is Evercoat Slick Sand that we put on top of the epoxy primer that we had down. And you can see a couple of low spots showing up there right off the bat. Same thing on this side. It's got a seam that goes all the way down. So not doing too much out here tonight, and just messing around a little bit. And this engine bay, although it's got a little body filler dust on it now, it still looks great. And I thought, you know, some of the guys that haven't seen some of the old videos, that we just take a quick look back at what all went into getting this thing to look like it does now. And so just showing you a few pictures here, and we'll flip over and show you those now. Okay, so this is what the car looked like in 2008 when we purchased it, and as you can see, it was in pretty rough shape. So we immediately started the disassembling process, and the suspension on this thing was pretty rough. All the control arms were locked up on it. As you can see there, we basically just made a big pile of rust. So after we did that, we started taking some measurements of the entire engine bay, measuring from different angles and just kind of drawing out what we wanted to do. So I thought I'd just show in the notebook where we had our documentation after seeing some of Greg's good documentation in his videos. So we stripped it all down and got it down to the point where it was all to good metal, and we also cut out the shock towers because of the Mustang 2 style front suspension. Obviously with the coilovers, don't need the shock towers, and it came with the blank out plates, as you see, panels that you see was welded in that picture. And so then we kind of started attacking the rusted areas, and you see the frame rail here that sits right beneath the battery rusts out, you know, from the battery acid leaking down over the years. And so we cut that section out and got a reproduction frame rail and cut that to length, to the correct length, and went ahead and welded that in. And as you can see, it's starting to be welded in there. And then this is just before that we had, you know, taken some measurements and gotten it all level to start the welding process. And then here it is, all welded up. So we also replaced the fender apron up there on that side, and pretty poor stamping here, but it's in there, and it's good solid metal now. So, and then of course we put a new core support and front cross member in there as one unit. And this is what it looked like when we got it all finally welded up, and it was ready for primer at that point. We also fabbed up a third wheel because we had it in this position before we got to the point of being able to purchase the new suspension for it. And then of course this is what it looked like all finished up. Pretty dramatic difference there. So alright guys, that's it for tonight. Have a good one.